Thank you, Concorla. Minister, from the meeting that you organised last week and the Taoiseach and the CEO of the UHL Group, which were also present, and other TDs and senators attended over the UHL in Limerick and the overcrowding. Minister, the first day I came here, I asked for your help. 2.5 years ago, I brought to the attention here of the Dáil, and it's on the Dáil record, of the structure in UHL Hospital in Limerick. On that meeting, it showed that the sitting CEO is in charge of the UHL Group for 10 years, which has recorded the highest amount of people on trolleys and getting bigger, year on year, getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Putting the patients at risk, putting the workers at risk, all the health professionals, on the fire safety alone. And I spent 24 hours inside there myself after a car accident in February, and I saw firsthand where there were sheets blocking off doors so you wouldn't see people in trolleys. I've asked for your help. Now we can see that the CEO is not capable of managing this hospital. There's 10 years...
Please now be very careful. You're making allegations against somebody.
Sorry, I will listen to you.
No, you're going beyond the political charge now.
I'm not.
Please. You are.
Sorry, Chair, I hope you'll allow the clock for me to explain from the comments that you have came with. 10 years of the hospital in the way it is, media showing it, day one, RTE investigators went in and showed it firsthand, people's lives at risk, and you're telling me that if I was a manager of a company for 10 years and it got worse and worse and worse, that you think I shouldn't leave my job? And yet, Concorla, you pull me up even though the evidence is clear, not only from me but from every other deputy that has spoke against this hospital in this House, and you pull me up in this.
Deputy, with respect, right, regardless of your views, many of which I understand are aired on social media, you're in here under privilege, calling directly for the resignation of a public servant,
yes, who
has no platform like this to defend herself. And I would just ask you as Minister to please stop, to withdraw that. By all means, criticise me, criticise government, but if you would, please don't be singling out individual workers within the HSE who you may have a view on, but speaking under privilege to call for people to resign. I would just ask you to stop and to withdraw that, and by all means continue with criticisms of me, the government, the ministers, but just on this specific, it's an identifiable individual, if you would.
As the House has asked me before not to identify names, and I didn't, and I went by your instruction, but I did say the CEO.
Please. And we'll give you the additional time, in fairness. Okay. I mean, there's only one CEO, so they're pretty readily identified.
But you asked me not to mention name.
It is not fair. I mean, you're a decent man. It is not fair to come in here and name somebody who's not in a position to defend themselves before the House.
Well, on that, Minister, I'm not withdrawing what I've asked to say. I will stand over for the protection of the people of Limerick, North Kerry, North Tipperary, Clare and Limerick, for the protection of the people. I've asked you for help. And I understand where you're coming from. I really do. But I have to protect the people of Limerick and the surrounding areas that have asked me to protect them. Under fire safety alone, the fire cert is invalid for the amount of people that are in that hospital. Under a fire cert alone.
Time is up, Deputy.
And you're asking me to withdraw my comments. I will not.
Deputy Healy-Rae, we give